EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, a terrific matchup to decide who represents the NFC in the Super Bowl. It's the New York Giants and the Chicago Bears. On the return, it is Tyrone Tracy. He'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. On the give, it's Tracy. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 8. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. That one's complete to the rookie wide receiver from Southern California. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. His first catch of this NFC Championship game, good enough for a first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Dart. Moving to his left. Oh, a loose football. Looks like the Bears got there, and they did. Chicago ball.
That's just got to be a really deflating way to start this game, Mike. I mean, you work on this opening script all week long with the expectation that you're going to start fast, and then you come out early, careless with the ball, they knock it loose and create the early takeaway.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Luther Burden, the intended target, and that will lead to a second down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
10 yards to go.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He's got it! And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big-time play for the Bears. 42 yards.
First and 10 at the 13.
Throw it again. It's Williams. He pulls it in around the 5. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on first down. A pickup of 7. Here's second and 2. On a run with the former Buckeye, Quinshon Judkins. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will take the early advantage. They lead 7-0 in this NFC title game. Tracy now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Dart. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and Does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Dart. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed. And he will take this one in. 71 yards. Touchdown, New York.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. Throw over the middle, taken in by Noel. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
That's good. For a Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On the ground, Judkins. He looks forward for maybe a yard. Darius Muasau there on the tackle. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. To throw is Williams. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
Yards to go.
Vegas! Let's go!
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He gets this complete to Burton. His first catch of this NFC Championship game, good enough for a 1st down.
Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Here's Judkins. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
We'll try and run from first with Judkins.
That's a heck of a stop by this defense early in this game, Mike, and it sets up a decision for the offense. You might be a little too far away to attempt a realistic field goal, but you might be a little too close to get anything out of the punt unit. I think I'm keeping the offense on. I'm trying to extend this drive, and I'm being aggressive here.
He's not going to get there. Couple of yards short. And this is going to be a turnover on downs. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
1 quarter down, 3 to go on the road to the Super Bowl. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. We're back to Soldier Field after this. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 9. Now it's Tracy looking to run. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in.
On 3rd down, they'll run with Tracy. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Going to depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short. No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the Giants' 1st down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
And it was probably a little bit closer than they would have preferred, but the decision to go for it pays off as they get just enough to extend this drive.
And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On 3rd down, here is Dart. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line.
Really nice play here by the strong safety, and what's unique about this player is the position that he's playing makes him have to play deep coverage like we saw here, but also at times be able to get down in the box and be an extra linebacker. That versatility is something we're seeing a lot out of safeties in today's NFL, and you can see a big reason why.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Here's Williams. To the Michigan man, Colston Loveland. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
So the hope is, when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. They'll indeed go. It's Williams. He's got his tight end. It's Loveland. And he's going to have the 1st down. Aggressive ball there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Williams now to throw. There's a screen set up for Judkins. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go. Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they failed to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Look at this. They go with their tight end on 3rd down. Oh, he's trying to use the big frame to push forward, but I don't think he's going to get there. He's held up at the line of scrimmage, and now it's 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Judkins. And he'll indeed pick up a Bears 1st down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbound.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He's going to have the first down and more. And he'll take this one in. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Chicago. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears move out to a 14-7 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. Throwing. Dart. He's got his big target. That's Isaiah Likely. His first catch of this NFC Championship game. Good enough for a first down.
First down.
To throw is Dart.
First down.
That is intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
Vegas, Vegas! What is going on?
On first and 10, it's Williams. Quick slash, caught by Burden. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
10 yards. That's good. First down.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. To throw, it's Williams. He's got a man. That's Noah. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the first down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. They'll have to pick it up on third down.
What is it on?
Throwing is Williams. Open man, right side. He's got it. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense is right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
What is it? Yes, yes! Yes, yes, yes! Bravo!
From the shotgun, it's Williams. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
What is it?
Williams to the air once more. That's out wide to Judkins. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. On third and a yard, it's Williams. And it's pulled in at the 5. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. On now, it's Cairo Santos for the field goal. This is about as short as you can get. Santos' kick is good. And the Bears build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7. Both of these teams hoping to be the ones to lift the George Halas Trophy. Quarter number 3 of the NFC title game underway. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
Their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set up.
Drive starts with a run by Judkins. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for.
He gets free inside the 30. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Bears. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Here we go, set.
To throw, it's Dart on first and 10. Pass pulled in by Tracy. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And they'll get about half what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up second and 5.
Brings up second and 4 at the Bears' 36-yard line.
A carry here for Tracy. And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard. Montez Sweat there on the tackle.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
18 yards on the catch and run will move the chains.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball...
That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 6.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
And a good gain. He's going to be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. One play, 1 first down.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
Ready, set up.
And on first down, it's back to Judkins. Down the sideline, past the 45. A big run, they finally get to him and bring him down. Big-time play for the Bears. 79 yards in all.
Ready, set up.
First down.
Now Williams. That one taken in to the end zone. Holston Loveland. Touchdown, Chicago. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, They look to the tight end.
Gibson now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On 1st down, Dart. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down. On 1st and 10, here is Dart. On the run to the right. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down. Here's a 2nd and 12. A play fake. Now Dart. And open downfield. It's Johnson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On play action, it is Dart. The pressure is too much, and he goes down. Devin Bush in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7. To the air on 2nd down. Dart. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. The gun, here comes Dart. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the side of midfield.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
That's going to be